Hey, good evening, my GP family out there, and of course, my MS warriors. Hello, if you've reached my channel, reached this video, it's because you are looking for others like yourself that suffer from GP, which is gastroparesis. Well, you found someone. I was diagnosed with gastroparesis in January. Excuse me, I took my hair down and put it in a bun. It's evening time to get comfy. Um, Diagnosed in 2025. I think I had gastroparesis for quite some time. Always had stomach issues for a long time, but I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis 2017. And those two correlate, but I'll actually anyone can get gastroparesis. It's common in individuals who have diabetes. I do not, but here I am. So, anywho, I wanted to start my channel for share, compare, and support. I have a channel also that's been up and running for MS for some few years now, and it's been great friending warriors like myself and being there for support and a lot of advice and just sharing our daily adventures with our diseases. Both of them are incurable. They're manageable. They both could go in remission. Um, yeah. Um, it's such a wide spectrum with GP, and I'm here for it all, actually. Um, just a few things that I wanted to say tonight and leave a little video is I belong to another group, and I see a lot of people on there that just don't know what to do and don't know how to deal and how to cope. And I do a lot of research for my own knowledge, but then I like to pass it on as well and help others like myself that don't have the capacity or don't have the knowledge and need to hear it, um, from someone, get that message. And I'd like to do that and like to share my experiences with what I've learned, find out what works for me. But also, what might work for you may not work for me. What might work for me may not work for you. Um, and with this GP, it's all about what we put in our stomach, what our body can handle. Just so those of you may not know, like with me, um, and come to find out, when I got out of the hospital, I couldn't tolerate anything in my gut because so much pain, and I'm 15% gastric delayed. 15% may not seem like a lot, and that's considered mild. Um, I can imagine what 35% or 60% would be. And I feel for those who are already at that point. Yeah, I turned off that light. Yeah, it's rough. I can, yeah. I don't even want to get into imagine, because there's a lot of people that suffer worse than myself and are on feeding tubes and had stomach stimulators, Botox and stuff like that. So I don't want to take away from that because I'm not at that point. But what I want to say is, when doctors say, go on a liquid diet, go on a soft diet and stuff, you think, what am I going to make? And da 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 da. The first thing that came to my mind was, baby food, but it tastes so gross, it tastes so nasty. Babies don't want to eat it. Sometimes, they spit it out and stuff like that. But what I found, and someone else had posted, these were different brand than what I bought, but here's one that I have bought, and believe it or not, coconut chicken curry is really tasty. I put it in, and it's pureed. Um, and it's for kids 6 months old and older. It's sweet potato, red bell pepper, and coconut cream made with organic vegetables. This runs a little bit over $3. This brand is a little bit more expensive than other brands that I have found, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I put it in a hot glass of water. I dropped the whole pouch in and let it heat up. It doesn't taste too hot cold. I tried it. There's others. There's the vegetable one. There's chicken casserole. There's a bunch of them. So, and also the fruits. The fruit ones, I buy these by the case. Um, it's easy going down. Of course, the sweet stuff. This is petal peach, strawberry, and stuff like that. There's a blueberry, banana. It's terrific. I usually mix those both together, squirt at a time, and just get it in. To get my protein, my food. A lot of people have problem eating. And I did too. I've lost over 24 pounds today. I went to the doctor. I didn't take my coat off and I weighed at 143 with my coat, my clothes, and my shoes on. I did take off my purse because my purse weighs like 15 pounds. So I was like, yeah, no, let me put the purse down. But um, I struggled, eating and weight loss drastically. Actually, started back in October 2024. I gave up fast food because it was hurting. I didn't know what was going on. So my weight loss started then because I was a big fast food eater, junk food eater. And I ate everything, even at home, mashed potatoes and just French fries and, fried this, fried that, fried that. And so, but drastic weight loss hit in January when I really couldn't stomach anything. Never vomit. I never vomit, and which is good. And I feel for those who do because you're losing your nutrition. So I definitely eat in the quantity that I feel I can only handle because I don't want to lose my food. Because then that's you don't want to get malnutrition and have to have a feeding tube and be in the hospital and such. And I know a lot of my GP family out there are in that situation. And stay strong. It'll get better. This GP does go in remission. And of course, our safe foods, we got to find out what our stomach can handle. That's the thing. And I could eat potato chips day in, day out. It doesn't bother me. But one day I'll eat a taco just with chopped up steak and do good. 4 or 5 days later, I try it again and it doesn't do good. So I don't, I really don't, I'm not on the bandwagon with the safe food that they say because um, what's safe one day is not safe the next. And for me, and I see for a lot of people, but to each their own. But if you are looking to try some pureed foods and you don't and can't do them yourself, which I was doing at home too. I was doing green beans, pureeing them with broth, and I got tired of doing that. I was like, you know what? And plus, when I leave home, I get hungry and just can't keep buying food on the go and wasting it. And it's hard to get the kind of food that I need to eat that I can tolerate, on the go. And so I was like, so I pack pouches with me and I take them with me. Even the ones that I warm up, I take them cold because I have to eat, So, and crackers, I take crackers with me everywhere. I take a fig bar with me too, carry it in my purse. So there's little things that you could trial and error that, your stomach will tolerate. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm figuring out. I'm new to this and just, day by day. And I'm finding that it works, so, stay with it, hang with it because it does work. Your stomach, if it wants something, it can't handle heavy foods. Give yourself time to try a puree. There's multiple brands, and I bought this off of Walmart online. So I hope that you guys can use that information and you're willing to try something like that. They're very inexpensive too, so you don't have to spend a lot of money. I bought a bunch of different flavored ones, 2 of each one, and was like, okay, I'll try these and see which one that I really, really couldn't stand and then just weed that out, But I think the worst one that it was hard to get down the whole pouch was I think the broccoli carrot one. I didn't care for it, but I would do it to stay with the nutrient and on top of it, no, that is not the only thing I eat all day long. I do eat regular food and I take vitamins and I do insures and stuff like that. So, yeah. But hopefully that little info can help someone out if you're looking for something to try. And on those days, we do have to do a lot of pureed stuff. So those come in handy. Okay, guys. So I'm definitely open for any questions in the comment. I'd like to get to know other GP individuals out there like myself and for share, compare, and support. So don't be afraid. Definitely reach out. Subscribe to the page. It won't cost a thing. And that's where we can chit chat. And I would love to hear what works for others because I'm always looking for different stuff to try, so that's how, we could manage, to get by, and things that work for someone else may work for you, vice versa. And of course, I always say it may not, but you don't know until you try, until you get that information right, and then try it. So that's what I'm here for, So yes. So look, everybody have a good evening. And I'll be back in a day or two. All right, guys. Take care.